finish the game, or you hate video games. Narrated by Jesse Levine. Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Jess, and I have a little bit of a conundrum. I've been looking at games that I played throughout 2025, and I feel a little bad about the ones that I did not finish. There are games that I played. I played a bunch of games in 2025, but there are just a lot of games I just did not end up finishing, and I feel almost two different conflicts inside of me to where I feel I am missing out on those games by not actually finishing the experience and seeing what they have to offer. And the other side of the coin where I feel that I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the amount of time I put into it. And I feel bad about that. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice by feeling that way, by not finishing a game and thinking, you know, I enjoyed my time there and I might not want to get on it again. And I think back to that a lot of the time, and it influences me a lot more than I really give it credit for. Let me name an example. I'll throw out Elden Ring Night Rain. I really enjoyed my time on Night Rain, but I only finished 2 of the bosses. I only completed 2 of the actual runs when there's like a bajillion more just sitting there waiting for me. And since the last time I played it, I've been thinking, oh, I should hop on Night Rain. Oh, I should hop on Night Rain. Oh, I should hop on Night Rain and actually do that and finish it, or at least go through some more of the bosses. And I just haven't really felt like doing that. I've had a silent negative reaction to that without saying that. Because saying it out loud, sure, that seems like a great idea. Getting more game, actually finishing through that game and experiencing some of the boss guys. At the same time, I kind of just don't want to do that. But I feel that I haven't really experienced all of the game. At the same time, I don't know what else I'm going to experience here. I think that's kind of the thing. Where I feel happy that I played it, but I feel guilty that I've not finished it. And I feel like that's a big problem when we look at media and the just, oh my God, there's so much of it. I mean, there are so many games. There are so many games. I've done something similar like this before, but it's still something that I just keep thinking about because it just keeps coming up. It just keeps coming up. It's like, I put Hades 2 on one of my favorite games of 2025, but I never finished the entire, like, plot of Hades 2. That's not completely done, but I've enjoyed it immensely. I enjoyed it so much, but I just have not felt another desire to just pick it up and be like, woo, I can't wait to do another Hades 2 run. And then Kronos, I'm gonna beat you up, and everyone's just like, woohoo, 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 yay. And technically, being able to finish that game, you need a bajillion more hours and a lot more times to beat Kronos' face in. And then you also have the second run, which is going up to Mount Olympus. So there's a lot of stuff too there. I feel bad about it. But also I feel bad because I feel like I'm not doing the work really that much justice, you know? Because that's what they're designed for. They're designed to be used, played. That's the whole point of video games. And I feel like whenever I don't finish something like that, I kind of just feel like that I've almost like disrespected the developer in some weird kind of way. Which, I don't know if anyone's ever felt that, but I'm just like, you know, I really haven't seen all of the vision that you have put into this game. And I feel like as someone who really likes looking into games, I feel like I've done it just a disservice. I feel like almost like an asshole in a way, you know? But I think there's also the caveat of this, and I feel like I haven't really ever thought about it, but I mean, I've enjoyed not picking up the game. It's not necessarily made me unhappy, but when I've kind of just like, oh, I don't really have to play that at the moment, I've kind of just, I felt rather happy about it that I wasn't almost like forcing myself to play it, because I think there's a degree where it's like, oh, I need to get on it to finish it, to fully understand it, versus, you know, I'm taking my time with it and enjoying it. And I think trying to force yourself to enjoy every single game past your point that you're like, you know, I had fun with it, I'll put it down. I feel like that's just really straining on just your own mental. And I did this with Mugenics as well. I did the full route where I go through the first part, get to Act 2, did Act 2, and then I got to Act 3, and then Act 3 kind of stopped me where I had to start doing Quest. And I was just so uninterested in Quest. because I knew I would have to do more quests in order to actually do stuff in Act 3, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to put the game down for a little bit. And, I enjoyed it for the time being. I know there's a lot more to that game, but I also think the time I put into it, I enjoyed it. And if I want to look at all the music tracks, I can just go and find the music tracks, because, my God, that soundtrack is... Oh my God. One of my favorite songs is about fucking poop. And, I say that as in the song is about poop, not the other way around. And I just, wow. It was like, man, never thought I would say that. I never thought I would say that before in my life. But, I mean, I enjoyed the music a lot. And I also thought I was going to miss out on more of the music. And then it's like, oh yeah, I can just pull up the music. And when I go on a drive and go vroom, 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 I can just pull it up and be like, I'm committing crimes and felonies. That's usually what the Budgetic song track sounds like. But I've not completed every single run. I've actually gone back to it and actually did a bunch of the quests in order to actually progress further into Act 3. I know there's still a little bit more, but I think it's like I was happy with like, I enjoyed getting back into it, got angry at it as well. And then I was like, okay, now that I did some of the quests, I put it back down again because I was like, oh, that's a lot for me. And now on to other things. Like Deadlock Tuesday. It's not Deadlock Tuesday, I'm sorry. It's technically Drama Sunday, but, I had to replace Drama Sunday with, like, the day I upload my podcast, except when I forget to do that, and I'm like, oh, crap, I gotta put it in the middle of the week now. But there's, like, a degree of relief when you're like, I enjoyed it, I put it down, and you know what? I have a little bit of a smile on my face, but I feel an almost requirement to complete all of the games that I do. I think when you try talking about games that you haven't finished, it can just make you look like an idiot. But that's like a different degree where it's like, you're publicizing stuff about the game versus just like, being someone who plays it and then, well, you're just enjoying it and then probably talking with your friends on Discord about it and being like, you should play this game. It's so awful. And everyone's like, yeah, I'm not spending $20 on that. Go home. You'll be back in a week with a new game. Though sometimes I feel like you almost have to complete it because, you haven't seen everything. So what if, say, there's a part of it further into the game that you like and you don't like? How would you know? How would you know if you never even got there? How would you know about an insert boss you've never fought? How would you know about this, and that? And I think all those hypotheticals of, like, where I would go versus the time I've already put in, I think really says a bit more about how we kind of discuss what we enjoy about games versus really just like the content that we've gotten through and that we've enjoyed. I think the idea of always trying to enjoy all of it instead of just what you want to enjoy can just be very overwhelming. For some people, I think it's very easy. For some people who really, really love the game they're playing, it's very easy. And even if you do love the game, I still feel like even then, that's like just two different types of people where it's like, I can grind this out and be like done 100 hours. Wow, boom, you got that. Versus someone's like, I love this game, but it's like, I just don't know how I can put that many hours into it, I actually kind of feel that way about Persona 5. I actually really do like playing Persona, but I just get winded pretty easily with it. I mean, RPGs kind of wind me out. I said it's taken me like a year. It took me a year to beat Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, that's how long it took me to beat Baldur's Gate 3. It took me 2 years to beat Divinity Original Sin 2, and those are long RPGs. And Persona 5, I started Persona 5 last year, so, well, we'll see if I actually can beat Persona 5 by the end of this year, but I'm technically only on, like, the fourth big guy, so I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish that. It's just gonna take forever. I think that's okay. I really think as long as you're enjoying it and you don't feel like there's some obligation that you have to follow in order to do that, it's fine. But it's kind of weird, ain't it? That we obligate ourselves to do these things because it's like we feel like we must enjoy them when really we just need to enjoy them for as long as, well, we enjoy them. Instead of like the hypothetical where we would enjoy them throughout, And now everyone must take a shot for the amount of times I've said, Nah, I'm just kidding. You're not required. Also, I think that's quite dangerous. I say that way too much. Then there's also the other part where I feel like it can be very difficult to reflect on things like this, where it feels like something so little, You have to take another shot again. Yeah, but like I was saying, it's something so little, but I feel like it is something that you do just need to look at sometimes. It's like, how are you feeling about when you're playing games? How do you feel like when you're trying to absolutely complete a game? I'm not even talking about when you 100% a game, just like achievements. I feel like achievements are separate from like the actual just game content, because usually achievements are challenges rather than just like events in the game. And then you might be able to start to understand yourself about what kind of games you finish completely, what games you have actually finished really quickly, or really, you know, maybe you're just putting too much pressure on yourself to really enjoy your hobby when really you should just be, well, enjoying your hobby. Except multiplayer games, you know, it's like you always have to be happy playing the multiplayer game. Get on the game. I sent you a message about 5 hours ago. Get on the game right now. Get on the game. Get on the game. Get on the game right now.